I've had it explained to me before that the emotions that go with the loss of a loved one is almost like the sound of a hammer hitting a metal anvil, a ringing pain that overwhelms all of your senses. And when this ringing pain calms down a bit, a flood of other emotions come to one's attention. The bitterness of loss, and anguish that can go with it, heartbreak, anger, the anger at life, the anger at unfulfilled potential, fear of being alone, fear of not knowing what to do next, the fear of being powerless, of feeling powerless. All kinds of feelings can happen at the same time. And this is one of the overwhelming elements of the loss of a loved one. I want to break this up a little bit so that we can think about it in a way that can be helpful for us. The first is to think about this pain in two ways. There's the loss of the person whom we love, which brings to mind our sense of powerlessness over death. And the other is the pain that comes from unresolved issues, unfulfilled potential, dreams that had yet to be met, problems that hadn't been resolved yet, maybe serious problems, so you had mixed feelings for the same person. All of the emotions that come to us after the loss of a loved one fall into one of these categories. The pain of the loss of our loved one all by itself, and then the pain of unresolved issues. It's helpful sometimes to put these in different baskets. But both of these types of pain, the pain of the loss of a loved one and the pain of unresolved issues, both point to us our essential powerlessness over the major events of life. And a big part of the grieving process, along with what we talked about in the first 4 videos about the work of grief to find a new expression for love, in dealing with the emotions of grief, we have to come to grips with our sense of powerlessness over these major life events. We have a limited power over death, and the emotion that can come with this can either be a crushing emotion of anguish, or it can be liberating, depending upon our point of view. So I want to talk a little bit about what is a helpful position to take in dealing with this realization of our powerlessness. There is inevitable pain with grief, and we shouldn't resist it. This pain is like a wave that washes over us. That wave comes up on the shore, and then it recedes. So we shouldn't fight the pain, but if we understand it better, we'll be able to deal with it in more healthy ways. In the next videos, we'll talk a little bit about how to approach this wave of pain when it comes to us, and especially how to deal with this issue of our powerlessness. All right, if you have interesting stories about how you've dealt with a loss in your life, and if you'd like to help someone else with that same problem, please comment below this video and do something to help someone else. And in the meantime, if you'd like to send me a personal note about an issue that you'd like to talk about, maybe not publicly, or maybe it's too long, feel free to write me an email at letshealthehurt@gmail.com. All right, thanks. I'll see you in the next video.